So this is my number 3 of my top 10 changes I want to see in Disney Infinity 3.0 relative to the toy box. If you haven't seen the overall video, there's a link in the description where I go through the top 10 very briefly. But this is just my extended thoughts on number 3, which is the ability to publish templates. Now, someone in the comments, I can't remember who it was, apologize, but brought forth this when I was talking about grouping objects in order to color them or to move them, that they also suggested that that would be great to then be able to save that as a template. That's exactly what I am talking about. It also sort of flows on from what I was speaking about in the last video, which was number 4, when I was talking about community not reinventing the wheel when someone's already invented something. So the ability to publish a template would effectively solve this. If you don't remember or not sure what a template is, effectively Disney Infinity 2.0 shipped with these pre-bundled, what they call templates, which effectively were a series of toys pre-connected to create a type, game type, or for instance, like if you wanted a orb collection game, you wanted to create a toy box that was about collecting orbs. They'd collected all the toys you need, they connected them all up so it works. All you had to do was dump it in your toy box and then reposition all the elements of it to where you want it to be. A huge time saver if you just wanted to make a generic type of game. This was fantastic, but once again, the limitations of Disney Infinity not being a true platform and being updated regularly meant that they weren't expanding on these templates over time. Now, again, if you put this power in the hands of the community, all of a sudden we've got something that is really, really powerful. Again, in terms of programming, what we're talking about here is either, I guess you could call them either plugins, you could call them classes if you're talking object-oriented programming, or you could call them just overall methods. But the point is the ability for someone to create something, and I'll use my day-night cycle again. I could create all the logic for the day-night cycle right there and then. If I could then publish that as a template to the DI, I don't know where it would go, somewhere on Disney Infinity, maybe a toy store, community toy store. That would be amazing if people could then download that day-night cycle, use it in their toy boxes. Because again, similar to last video, we haven't had to reinvent the wheel. We've saved hours of work, but we've added this great functionality to the toy box that we're building, which means the more and more that these templates become available, the better and better and better our toy boxes become, because it's just like, fitting the putting down these plonks of just like literally saving hours of work. I mean, it took me, I don't know, maybe 4 to 5 hours, maybe more, to build that, to work out the logic for that day-night cycle. It wasn't easy. Some of it was due to bugs and so on. But again, think about that. Like literally saving 4 to 5 hours that you could be spending improving a toy box just by dumping down a template that someone else has published. There is something to be said. Maybe there's, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't care, but maybe someone would have issues with the fact that, well, I built that. Do I get credit for creating that part in your toy box? I don't know. Maybe you let me know in the comments how you would feel about if you say you spent 20 hours on a template that you're going to submit. How do you feel about other people using that template in their toy boxes? I don't know, that's just something to think about. Me personally, I don't really care that much. I mean, if we wanted to go to the extreme end of things, I think it'd be awesome if Disney actually allowed you to, pay for those things. But that's extreme. I'm not certainly suggesting that by any means. But, reality is you spent 20 hours on that thing. If you got some form of kickback for people using that, then that would be good. Even if it was just a virtual kickback of, say, here's some sparks, or here's some in-game cash that you can spend on other toys, and you get 100 sparks or whatever every time someone downloads your template to use in their toy box. I don't know, that's just thinking out aloud. Not necessarily saying I want that or need that. Just the point is, we definitely need a system to be able to share what we have learnt, share the things that we have built in order to create high-end toy boxes that aren't taking as much time as they should, or taking more time than they need to be, when we could simply share these things. Another really quick, it doesn't always have to be creativity toys like that. It could be just block art. If someone creates a really good block art of something, simply just be able to share it, and like, that would help immensely with decorating your toy boxes if you could just share people's block art and stuff. You know what I mean though? So name of the game is sharing stuff that you've already built in a form of a template. I think it's something I would love to see happen in the future. That's why it's right up there in number 3, because I think community sharing is the key to better toy boxes. So that's it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. We will discuss it in a future episode of the Inside Infinity podcast. And thank you for watching.